3. Good evening, my viewers. I welcome you all to my channel Dream Pursuers. Today we are going to study modals. So let's see what are modals. Modals are special verbs. I hope that it's visible as well as audible. Okay, students, special verbs. Before discussing special verbs, students, let us recall a concept of what are verbs. It will just take a few seconds. Verbs are action words, as you all know it, like swim, sleep, come, go, narrating the action of the doer. Why special? Special because they are the helping verbs. Helping verbs because they add additional information to the function of the verb, and as well as they tell the tense of the verb. Okay, you can also call them auxiliary verbs. So you have three names now: modals, special verbs, helping verbs, or auxiliary verbs. Now you must have heard the word modality. What is modality? Modality is the behavior of the speaker or the attitude, the way the speaker is feeling at a particular time. It indicates certainty, willingness, or possibility. Now my students have asked me, ma'am, please clear a doubt. How to identify modals? How will we come to know which words are modals? Very simple. Here's the solution to your problem. Just concentrate. Identification of modals. No need to panic. Just follow these simple steps and you will be able to identify it within seconds. Identification. See, they don't have an ES attached to them. No ES, no S, no ING form, no ED form. Fine. How to identify? No ES is attached, no S is attached, no ING and no ED is attached to the word. They are used in the original form without any addition. Fine. Doubt solved. Moving to the next point. Ma'am, how are questions framed using modals? Very simple. See, my dear students, while framing questions, we generally use do or does or did. But in the case of modals, it is not so. We simply use modals as it is without any do or does. I'll give you an example. May I come in? See, this is the question which I have written on the board. May I come in? Can you see any do, does or did? No. No do or does. Just simply the modal has been used. Okay. So, two questions. Identification and how to frame questions. Now the most important. How are negatives formed using modals? Very simple. Let's see that also. Negatives. Just add not. See. May plus not. Can plus not. See, you might be finding it very childish. Ma'am, we already know this. Do we need to know this? Students, you might be finding it very kiddish, childish, but these are the steps where you tend to make most of the mistakes. So be careful in these steps. So now let's recapitulate whatever we have learned till now. What are modals? Modals are special verbs. You can also call them helping verbs, auxiliary verbs. Fine. Identification. Simply see whether any addition is there, any ES, S, ING or ED is added to the word or not. If not, it is a modal. How are negatives formed? Simply add not to the modal. May not, shall not, should not, cannot. 3 steps solved. Fine. Now, discussing which words are kept in the category of modals. Shall, should, may, might, can, could. Students ask most of the time, ma'am, how to differentiate between these two? Shall and should, what is the difference between these two? May and might, both of them look the same. when to use which pen and which word. So if you know the correct rule, my dear students, then only you will be able to give the correct response. So today we'll take one pair, that is shall and should, and we'll discuss the later part in the next video. Okay, because we cannot discuss all the modals in one video. Shall. Shall is used in 6 cases, children. Fine. So let's see the first case. Prediction. What is prediction? Prediction means to foretell something. See, I'll give you an example. This time next week I shall be in London. It means the person is foretelling. He is predicting a situation that this time next week I shall be in London. Fine? Got it? Next point is asking advice. Asking advice. What shall we buy for Christmas? What shall we do this weekend? Okay, you're asking for a piece of advice. The next case is suggestion. Shall I order some coffee? You are suggesting a person that shall you do this? Now, the point which I am going to tell you now is very noteworthy. Please mark my words. Shall is used instead of will. Instead of will, with I and we, while predicting or talking about intentions in formal context. Okay? So we have seen 3 cases: prediction, asking advice, suggestion. Talking about the later parts, that is command. You will have to leave for London at once. Fine? This is a sentence. You will have to leave for London at once. Now correct me. See, this is the case where most of my students make mistakes. I immediately told you that we use shall instead of will with I and we. So we have to use shall here. So don't make a mistake. You shall have to leave for London at once. This is an order issued by the boss to his employee. Fine? Now, threat. If you don't leave for London at once, you shall not be issued your bonus. If you don't leave for London at once, you shall not be issued your bonus. This is a threat.